Hey guys, have you ever had journal restlessness where you just can't find a journal that you want to stick with? That's been a thing for me for a while. I use the same journal from about July to February. It was a black Cavallini & Co. journal, and it didn't have lines, so that made it hard to write in, and it just wouldn't lay flat. So I got sick of that, so I started using Moleskine in February that had lines, and I got on a writing kick for a minute there, but then I got tired of having two journals. I decided to switch to a random brand on Amazon that had gilded marbled edges, which was odd. I've never seen that before, but the paper was just super thin and the lines were too light, and it didn't lay flat well either. So then I switched to this one, this Barnes & Noble one, and this is a brown, what do they call this? Wrap journal? I don't know what they call it, but I used the black version of this in 2023, loved it. So I wanted to try another one. So I started using this. I got this the end of May, and it not having lines was just a problem, and it also smells so much when you open like leather, which could be a good thing, but right now it's just irritating me because no lines, just hard to write in now, and it being in leaflets like this kind of makes the whole thing feel a little wobbly, or just kind of like it's gonna fall apart. I glued the first few pages of it to the cover, tried to, it's kind of coming undone, to make it more of like a normal binding, but I just got tired of this, so I'm going to switch to this. And this is like pleather. It's a Peter Piper Press artisan locking journal, and you can't lock it unless your code is, like, unless it's set to your actual code, it won't let you close it back, which is kind of irritating. And I've only glued in a few things, and it's already pretty much at the limit. So this is definitely one that you can't glue much in at all. Can't use much washi because it's just not gonna shut. But the difference between these and the previous, what was it, 4 that I've tried to use, is that this is a hardcover, and this really helps making it. I usually write like on this pillow, so that helps. It has lines, and the lines are just ridiculously big, but and kind of light, but it at least has lines, and that made me write 2 pages yesterday, which is kind of more than I usually write these days. So far I think this one will work out. It's got a lot of excess space around the side too, like a lot of wasted space plus absurdly large lines. And my handwriting is pretty big, and this is even like extreme, like excessively large lines for me. But it's a hardcover. It's just pleather, like fake plastic or something. So it doesn't smell. The hardcover is really helping so far. I just glued a few things in it like just a second ago, so it wasn't so hard to close before. So we'll see if that becomes a problem or not. There's not much give. Like if you put much into it, it's definitely not going to shut, which was the problem I had when I used this kind of style minus a lock, just a markings journal that had a magnetic thing, like a little clasp thing. Not really a clasp, but whatever you call it, a thing like this, a closure. So we'll see how this works. I might have to take out what I glued in because it's just already not liking having a little bit in it. Or maybe this will stretch out, but this is one of their newer ones. I got it on Amazon and haven't used their brand since probably like 2020, and the paper's thick enough. The lines are really light, so if you write in low light or something, this might not do it for you. And if you have really small handwriting, like this is just probably also not gonna work for you. It's just a lot of wasted space around the top and the sides, which is annoying. But it being a hardcover might make the difference. And if it can't take just at least a handful of more writings, I might have to switch. But yeah, we'll see if this works. Hopefully the 5th time is a charm. At some point you kind of have to just be like, all right, I'm gonna just stick it out with this. But the journals I've used so far just were too annoying. Like they just wouldn't lay flat, and I'm not going to fight with a journal. It's a piece of paper. Like if I have to buy a new journal because the stupid thing won't lay flat, I will. This one at least lays flat so far, and we'll see how it goes with it just having limited space to add anything in. Let me know if you've ever had that happen. I think this is the most tries in a row that I've tried to use different journals and not filled any of them, and just can't find one that sticks, or that I like enough, or that doesn't irritate me. I'm kind of old and cranky at this point. I've been old for a long time, but I'm cranky at this point, and I just want a journal that like doesn't smell, and that the paper's nice, not like it's thick enough paper. The lines in this are too big, but at least has lines. And it's weird how like what you like changes over the years. Like that when I used the black version of this in 2023, I loved it and it felt nice, and now it just kind of like it's just too smushy to be what I want right now. So yeah, my preferences are kind of changing over the years, and I haven't gone with like fake leather since probably 2023 either. I prefer to either just be like a cardboard cover or like laminated cardboard or leather, and not something that's just like fake. But I like that it's plain, and I like the idea of a lock. Even though I live alone, it just kind of fits my lifestyle now, which is just pretty much being like Fort Knox, just not telling people my business and staying to myself and being a rather private person. I guess I'm not that private. I share crap online, but like in my actual life, I'm much more private. But yeah, let me know if you ever had just a run of journals that didn't do it for you. All right, have a good night. Bye.